Americain a little while ago, a few weeks ago, a story on him. But here's some more vision of some of the wonderful stallions at Swettenham. We'll come back and have a chat with Adam.
Well, Chris, there seems to be a really positive feeling about Swettenham stud. There's a fair bit for you guys to look forward to for the future.
Yeah, Adam's worked pretty hard at establishing a pretty positive roster. He's worked hard at establishing a really positive team at the farm as well, from the management team all the way down to the guys on the farm who do the work for us. So we're in a really good place at the moment, and plenty of bookings last year, and looking forward to a pretty big season this year.
There's a youthful field of the Stallions, Bianconi and Dash for Cash we will touch on, but some of the younger boys coming through, and Master of Design, the son of Reduced Choice, Group 1 winner, great pedigree, and he would tick a lot of boxes for most studs. Yeah,
he does. Probably, or arguably, the best female pedigree of any son of Reduced standing at stud.
Master Design coming with a late run. Rain of Fairs digging in, he finds plenty. Master Design lunged on the outside.
Group 1 winner in the TJ Smith, the only son of Reduced to win a Group 1 at weight for age. He was a really good performer on the racetrack, and he's taken to his stud duties with utmost professionalism.
How was he received by breeders?
146 booked to him last year. He was really popular, got a nice big shareholding in him as well to ensure that he's going to get a lot of mares into the future, and we're looking forward to the first crop in a couple of years. We've already seen some foals this year, and we really like what we see, and a couple of people have already seen them on TVN, and their phone's been ringing based on the back of those foals.
It's a big pedigree, isn't it? It's one of the great female families, and looking forward to seeing those foals arrive this spring.
Yeah, and it's a very versatile pedigree as well, particularly, and is very popular with the last tycoon in the dam side. So he's something that he's certainly a horse that offers something for most breeders. And
has he settled in well to Swettenham? Is he well and truly at home now?
Yeah, very easy to handle. The boys early last year when they got him said he was a real pleasure to handle. And as I said, he's taken to his stud duties with utmost professionalism, and he's raring to go for this season. He can't wait.
Now, Equiano is an exciting horse, a horse that you've been talking about for a number of seasons. His oldest are now yearlings, and plenty to look forward to there.
Absolutely, and they. Particularly the guys at Inglis like what they see. He's going to be very well represented at Premier next season. The Acclamation sideline, which we've known about for a few years now, is starting to become really popular. Acclamation, obviously himself a leading sire of 2-year-olds. His first son to stud, Dark Angel, is going gangbusters over in the UK side, the Lethal Force, who won the July Cup and also the Golden Jubilee. So the Acclamation sideline is starting to establish itself, and Acclamation is a sire of sires, and we're holding a pretty good one here in Equiano, who was a dual Group 1 winner of the Kingston Stakes and ran a very good second to Star Spangled in the July Cup.
He's just about alongside, they hit the line, Equiano!
The breeders around the country, if they've got good types on the ground by him, they're probably likely to come back again.
Well, absolutely. I mean, on the back of last year's first foals that we saw, Adam sent 15 of his own mares to him. Yeah. He was so impressed with him, and Adam's a pretty good judge, and the people that are around Adam advise him accordingly. So, we're very excited about it, and you're right, it's now the time. Results over from the UK sales have been fantastic, and a lot of the astute breeders and bloodstock professionals over there are tipping him as a massive chance to make it.
Let's touch on a horse named Host. And all of a sudden he's a horse that a lot of people are talking about. Yeah,
well, last season, from this first crop, he's had 27 individual winners now, including a multiple Group 2 winner in Philippi. The Host winners were coming thick and fast last season in that second season. He seems to, there's a versatile stock that win over a range of distances, none better than Philippi, but, after, I think it was August 26th last year at Mornington when Hosting and Philippi both won on the same day, the phone literally didn't stop, and we took over 110 bookings in the second half of the season for Host last year.
They look athletic horses. You look at those Philippi and those type of horses, they look like runners.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Philippi's shown that. I think he's 7 starts for 5 wins. And there's a few others around at the moment. Name the Day over in South Australia. There's massive raps on him. And there's plenty of upside to Host, and the breeders are still coming from everywhere for him. He's going to serve another pretty big book this year.
Let's touch on Kaphero.
Yes.
Well known to Victorian and Australian racegoers, a very, very fast horse, big, strong animal, and I suppose you'd be hoping that comes through to his foals.
Yeah, and the guys that have got, the trainers that have got the Kapheros have a very, very high opinion of them. Kenny Keys has a horse called our Kaphero, and he's so impressed with him, even prior to his first win, that he actually bought the full brother at the Premier sale this year for 80,000.
A good Aussie family for him, a family that's well known. You see it in catalogues regularly, and a son of Dan Zero. So again, he's a horse that if he gets his runners out there, that's the best advertisement.
Yeah, absolutely, and people remember him. He was a Moonee Valley specialist. He was very much an Australian sprinter, very much in that mould. And you're right, a lot of people do remember him, and he's very popular. Has been very popular for his 4 seasons at stud, and looks like he'll serve another big book this year.
And now to a couple of horses that need absolutely no introduction. They are, can we call them stalwarts, Bianconi and Dash for Cash, but we all know them. They're well loved. Start on Bianconi. It's a bit of a cliche, but you pick up a paper every day of the week and there's a winner by him, but he's just been a great horse for so long. He
has. He's been absolutely terrific. Unfortunately, he's probably getting a little bit overshadowed at the moment with the roster that we've developed. He's side 2 Group 1 winners, over 23 stakes winners. And he still continues. When you pick up the daily size runners, he's got runners all over the country. Had another good year last year where he had over 100 winners or 100 wins. And there's certainly plenty of upside sending mares to Bianconi.
I think trainers know what they're going to get with the Bianconis. They're good, tough, sound horses, and they're likely they're going to get to the track and win you a race or two.
Yeah, and exactly the same as Dash for Cash. I spoke to Rick Hall Lacey about Dash for Cash, and he probably informed me on a few things I didn't know, and that was that Dash for Cash actually ran second in 4 consecutive Group 1s in 4 consecutive weeks. He's a pretty tough horse himself, and Bianconi and Dash for Cash have been able to produce some very versatile horses, but also very tough horses that you know what you're going to get, and they're very popular with breeders because they've got a tendency to upgrade the mares.
Oh, it's a beautiful farm there in Victoria. Adam, you've done a great job with developing Swettenham Stud. And interesting, we'll touch on a few of the stallions there just after that story with Chris. Master of Design, one of them. I just love the way he's letting down as a stallion.
Oh, he really has done. He's probably put on about 50, 60 kilos. And he's doing the job well, and breeders are certainly coming back to him because his foals are he's stamping his foals. I mean, we're looking at the dark bays, got a bit of leg and a bit of size to them, and they're not too heavy.
He's a real mix of Reduced Choice and Last Tycoon when you look at him, I think.
Isn't he? Mm-hmm. Isn't he? I mean, he really has got that, he's got that wow factor, and probably why he costs so much.